we can't talk about generative AI without looking at the responsible uses for AI. Can you just elaborate on that a bit more?
Yeah, so we have a real point in time here where we have to think about the impacts. And so if you look at what banks do, they have model risk groups that basically develop models, they test them, and then they put them into production because they know that the FSA are going to sue the pants off them if they get it wrong. What we need to be worried about, though, are bad decisions that are done by generative AI models. Right now in my home country of Australia, there's a Royal Commission into robo-debt. The government back in 2015 decided they would run AI over welfare recipients had they been overpaid, if they had, by how much, and we're going to send the debt collectors after them. But what they did was they used average income rather than the income they received on a very spiky basis. And so the Royal Commission is saying you actually had some very bad decisions because you used AI. Now, if I have a bad Spotify recommendation, that's okay. But if I'm denied credit, debt, or have to leave the country, someone's got to be able to prove, and I'm sure across the other side of the aisle, you're going to say, can you prove what was the input to that model and what was the output? The problem with AI systems is they are a black box. We don't know exactly how they work. So you're going to start to see legislation around explainability. Can you explain how it works? If someone's income is this, why was that decision made? You have to have a thing called observability. When the model is running, can you watch to see if it starts to hallucinate? Is it actually going off the rails? And the other thing is transparency. Can you actually explain and publish how this is going to happen? So the challenge is going to be for the regulator, I know the next session is talking about regulation, is do we regulate the tech or do we regulate the use of the tech? And I think there's a fine balance between the two, because if you can say, yes, this is why the decision was made, there are existing laws that cover around discrimination, all those sort of things. But I think because AI is this black box, we go, well, forget about GDPR, we'll think about human rights law, and we'll just see what AI does next.